Julia and I are on the road again. Hello, Julia.
Hello.
And I.
And I.
Oh, can I have a kiss? We thought we'd get one in early.
Why not?
Why
we haven't
not?
done that for a while.
Yeah, we haven't done that for a long time. It just makes all those people who want to reach for a bucket, reach for a bucket.
Where's my bucket?
Where is your... What? What? From kissing me? Bloody cheek coming in here.
From the saccharine-ness of, oh, we're so in love.
Aren't they? They're so in love. No, we're not. We hate each other.
I hate your guts.
Yeah, behind the scenes, you should see the slanging match, the dishes, the cups, the saucepans on the top of the head. Why do you think I've got a flat head? Anyway, we are out today on another van day out trip. And we are in Falmer. We've been here many times, actually, in Falmer, which is very nice. Oh, is it not open?
No.
The van, apparently. And we're meeting up with Tim and Rachelle. Rachelle is, as you know, not keen on being on camera, but Tim is. Hello, Tim.
Hi, Richard. How are you today, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. How? Now, you've had a bit of a nasty turn for the worst.
I've not been good over the last week.
I think it was, what, did you drop an anvil on your toe?
Anvil on my toe, a chainsaw through the right leg.
Ah, nasty.
Blood everywhere.
And then just that minor thing about having your appendix out. Yeah, that sounded awful.
It wasn't good.
No.
It was horrid.
I've never had my appendix out. I think
Don't recommend it.
Do you not?
No.
I'm going to hang on to them.
I'd hang on as long as you possibly can.
I don't want them bursting because it can be quite lethal and can kill you.
Yep, they were mighty infected apparently.
And they wouldn't give them to you back.
They wouldn't give them to me back.
They take them out.
That'll be really good.
I'll have them on a key
I'll
ring.
have them on a key ring and buggers wouldn't give me them back.
Oh, so how long ago was that?
Appendix came out a week ago tonight.
Oh wow, and so how have you been?
I've been alright. I was in a bit of pain on the weekend when we were camping out, but
Yes.
I thought, it's pulled a muscle,
Muscle.
But
You've got the tent up, and
exactly.
got the barbecue, you were dancing, I understand you did the avocondo. Is it avocondo? What's the thing that they do where they go in a snake?
You've got me thinking.
Yeah.
Avocondo.
I don't know what it's called.
Conga. Conga.
No,
Do the conga.
Do the conga. Yeah, there we go.
The avoconga.
The avoconga. Have one? I don't want one.
But yeah, I was in a bit of pain over the weekend, but I thought, nah, it's all right. Went to work on Monday. I was up by London City Airport and I felt rough. I just couldn't wait to get home.
No, I bet.
Yeah.
Were you working?
I was working Monday, yeah.
So, and they've not given you time off?
Yeah, I've got time off.
You just chose to work?
I chose to work Monday. I thought, no, it's okay. It's not a problem.
I'll give it a whirl.
I'll give it a whirl.
Need the money, all of that.
New job.
Yeah.
And no,
so if anyone hits you in the stomach, that's not a good thing?
I'll be mighty upset.
Yeah. Have no fear. So if you fall over, presumably that's a dodgy thing, isn't it?
Yep.
So it's a good job we didn't meet on some sort of craggy rock face with lots of boulders.
Yeah, beach your head wouldn't have been good.
No. So we're actually in Falmer, which is
lovely.
Just east of Brighton.
Yep.
Off the A27. Beautiful old village.
It's gorgeous here.
Near the football stadium. And we've been here before. There's a pond, there's some old houses, and there's some old people.
Pump.
And there's a water pump, yeah. So, well, it's lovely to see you.
And you.
And I'm glad that you're in some sort of fit state.
I am so much better, thank you.
So, actually, I've got 2 tyres that need changing. If you could just jack up my van.
Service it as well while I'm there?
Do what?
Service it?
Service it, yeah. And I'll look for some heavy stones for you.
Thank you.
Because I know, we'll get your hernia next. Poor old bugger. Yeah, so that's really sad for Tim, but as you can see, he's recovering. Let's have a look at where we are then, here at the lovely Falmer. Look at this wonderful and relaxing pond. Straight into the sun, I appreciate. And let's find out some of it from the lovely Julia, who is going to read the sign, which we've just found.
Falmer village started life as an isolated farming settlement surrounded by rolling open sheep pastures with its barns, church and cottages scattered around an ancient pond.
Ooh.
Despite surrounding development, the village has retained much of this unique downland character and serves as a reminder of a more tranquil age.
Well, we like tranquil... Hang on a minute. What's gone on with your eyes?
I got given a present.
They are rather beautiful. Heart-shaped...
funky, aren't they?
Funky glasses.
A bit wacky.
I love them.
I'm not sure many people would get away with them.
No, you will, with the purple hair and the purple top and the purple boyfriend.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm not very purple.
Gonna have to fix that sign.
No.
You'd be a nice teal turquoise.
Teal.
It matches, it goes really nice with purple.
It does, it's a nice, that's one of your other colour coordinations, isn't
It's my
it?
second
Teal.
favourite shade of colours.
I like it myself. So yes, Falmer Village, well worth coming and visiting, and we normally park over by the church. We might go and have a look at the church a little bit later on, just for a laugh. In fact, I was here doing some lichen scratching with good old Mike Dixon in the old days, and we were looking at the lichen, or lichen, depending on which one you like to licky-likey.
I liken to call it lichen.
Yes. And there's our vans in the back, and we're going to get that kettle on, I think, and have something to eat and drink.
Nice sun trap parking this side.
Yes, I never thought about parking over here. Normally just parked over there to be out of the way, but I think that's a good idea.
I might be able to take my coat off soon.
I'm going to take my jacket off. I might
lovely.
actually go for a swim as well and join the ducks.
Rather you than me today.
Oh, right, fair enough.
It's not the Thames.
Oh, no, it's not the
It's
Thames.
not free-flowing water.
No, that's true. Stagnant old water with dead corpses in from the villages. Throw out your dead. All through COVID, they chucked them in there, and that was one way the village would have... Anyway.
You're done.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look at the pump, shall we?
Oh, yes.
The water pump, which is just over here. Look at that.
Oh, it's chained.
Oh,
It's fascinating, isn't it?
it is lovely to think that that was, you know, how people would get their water back in ye olde days of old. If I give you that.
Ye
for a sec.
olde days of old.
Yes, you know, those old days when they would come in with a big bucket and they would get the
On the
pump.
other side.
Shoo, shoo, shoo. Like that, out would come all that lovely cola or ginger beer or lemonade, because it's all made down under there by the trolls, the little, not internet trolls, these are the nice little, you know, the ones with the purple hair and the orange hair that come out that normally live under bridges, and they're one of their main things, a bit like the Morlocks, was to manufacture ice cream, ginger beer, comedy drinks, and what are those sort of Smurf things that you stick on a fire? Marshmallows. Love it. That, my friend, is what happens in the old villages in England in the mystical days of my mind. Real life might be slightly different. In my van, we have a loo. It's a lovely, useful thing when you're out and about. You know, it's an act of nature. There it is, right at the back there, out the way, tucked out of the way, no problem at all. Lovely little loo. You can do your little ablutions. How was it?
That was great, mate. Thanks very much for your advice.
He's just asked me if he could use my loo in my van.
I didn't see the problem, to be
This is a
perfectly
man,
honest.
to be honest with you, you'd struggle where it is because of your appendicitis issue. But you've got a loo.
Yeah,
It's not as nice as mine, but it
functions.
It functions.
It flushes.
And you functioned it
I
just now.
functioned it. I tested its functionality. And it
But
was-
you were arguing, can I use your loo?
Oh, go on, let me.
I said, you've got one. He said,
And?
well, I've got to empty it. I said, well, I've got to
Precisely.
empty mine.
Well, it all seemed very perfectly logical. There's only one lot of emptying then.
Well, it's true, but it's me that's doing the emptying, and I don't mind
Well, I'll
emptying
empty
my
next
own.
time then.
Oh, is that right? Anyway, is the tea on?
The kettle's boiled. Let's have a brew.
Let's have a brew, and then we can have another wee. You know what a diuretic the loo is.
Tea.
Sorry, yes. Don't drink. Don't
the
drink.
The loo isn't a diuretic.
Don't drink out the loo. For God's sake.
No, that is not a good idea.
No. Anyway, we've been having a lovely chinwag with the lovely Rachelle and and Tim, and we've been putting the world to rights. We've been having a lovely time, and
Enjoying the sun rays.
enjoying the sun's rays, absolutely. And shush, we've been nibbling on biscuits.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone. But before that, I was just going to have a quick stroll and show you some of the wonderful houses here. Look, for those that have not been here before, look at these lovely, beautiful houses. Look at that. Now, I bet these are quite expensive, but they would be very desirable to live somewhere like this. quiet little place. Look at this. I don't know what's up here. Thought I'd have a look. These are a little area of more modern places, but tastefully done, I think. Don't know if you can get through there. Just going to go around and have a look. Can you get out this way? I think you can. I think you can. It's a very quiet place, so we must be very respectful, of course, and would I be anything other than respectful? That's the old school that we went earlier. Here we go. Down these steps. Please close the gate. And out the old post office and cottage. Down there, old post office and cottage over there. I have done a walk round here before, actually. Maybe if I remember, I'll link to it. I've spent a bit more time looking at it. Unfortunately, as you get down to this end of the street, you have the A27 rattling past you. Beautiful old houses built actually around the end of the Georgian period, beginning of the Victorian period, I think. And then up here, the main busy road. I'll just run up here a bit. And that's the A27, which runs along the coast road from Eastbourne, pretty much, and I think further, I'm not sure actually, and well, down to the M27. It's very loud, sorry about that. Over towards Portsmouth way. I'm going to go back now. It's not so nice, but Falmer, a village that was split in two, and I imagine that was just a sort of, you know, reasonable road at one point that split the village, that dissected the village. But luckily, with these trees and the wall, it does sort of cut away the traffic, which means this is a little off the beaten track, and it's a lovely little haven. But I don't know how anyone would ever afford to live in these houses now. If ever they came up for sale, you would have to have a huge amount of cash. But very lovely. In fact, that property there has just been sold. I'd hate to think how much that was sold for. And then, of course, you've got the lovely lake, which is just up here. Here we go, look at this. Stunning. Might have a stroll over in a minute and have a look at the church. But we're going to have a cup of tea first, I think, which would be rather lovely. Right, back to the vans and another sit down in the sunshine.
Ah, the Great Wanderer returns. Thought you'd gotten lost and slipped down a grate or something.
I had.
Ah.
Yeah, it was a great job getting out of it.
So the skirting board ladder helped.
It did.
I'm glad I made you take it with you.
Yeah, I always carry the skirting board ladder with me. Do you think I am a mouse?
Squeak to me.
Squeak. Is the tea and coffee ready?
Or was it the spider bath ladder?
Oh, yes. Right.
Never mind.
Time for some tea.
Time for tea, sir. Time for tea.
Chocolate teapot. It's very beautiful, isn't it?
Lovely, idyllic place. to be.
Idyllic. So we're going to go and have a look at the church, which I've been before, which is just up here, St Lawrence Church in Falmer.
Never been to this one before.
Have you not? We parked up here. I've been in there, as I said before, but it's a sort of I suppose a late Georgian Victorian church, as far as I know, but there may be an older history. After all, it's in a beautiful old village, so we'll whiz up round here. Coming up here to the very interesting grave of Richard Walker, who was a very good talker. And over here is John and Elizabeth Lippett, and they were a very nice tippet.
James Kelsey.
Kelsey was a nice person. I can't think of a rhyme for Kelsey. Anyway, here's the church. I'm going to just run over there to get us a side view. Oh, it's got COVID inside. There's a sign up there saying there's COVID in the church. Come and help yourself. Large dollops are available. But anyway, here it is. Look at that. And then you've got the graveyard all around. All overgrown round here, which I quite like. And then in the distance, Falmer's great barn. Don't know too much about that barn. I don't think they do barn dances, but it's a very famous old barn. But all that's graveyard. Is it shut? Oh, it's... Make our way over there. Have a little gander in. Be careful not to walk on the graves, because people always say, oh, don't walk on the graves, Richard. Well, I think it was, what was that film? Carey, where she pulls her hand out through the thing and they suck them all in. Is it shut?
It is actually shut.
Oh. Why is that? Because of the
I don't know.
COVID. What's the sign on there? COVID.
It says, please do not enter the church if you think you have or may have COVID.
Oh, I've
Some of
got
the
loads.
congregation is vulnerable.
Yes. They don't like it up them, apparently. So, we'll have a look. That's the Falmer Great Barn. Very famous old barn down there. It's a bit overgrown, isn't it?
It is a little.
But it's an adventure playground for those who like adventures. Down here in the dodgy bit to the far corner. Actually, there's the great barn. We'll get a better view of it. That wasn't it. That's just an old barn. But this is the great barn up ahead. Past this yew tree. That is the barn.
That is stunning.
Isn't that amazing?
Utterly gorgeous.
I don't know if it's open to the public, but it is an absolute stonking barn. It's a famous barn.
Yeah, the thatch on that is impeccable.
It's been done recently, as you can tell.
Yeah,
See if I
so
can-
aesthetically pleasing.
There are not many of those left, and also those that are left are not cared for as much as I think this one is. But it would be lovely to go in there at some point and have a look at these great old... It's a tithe barn.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you were, you know, in belief of the church and all of that, you had to give a tenth of your money or produce. I always think that was a bit bizarre, really, all the villages and the farmers and various people giving produce to the thing for the church, for the vicar.
Yeah.
No wonder they were little fat buggers eating all of that. How could they get through all that stuff? I never quite understood
It's a
that.
form of wealth, though, isn't it, to be able to
Oh yeah,
dish it out.
all those mangolds they would have eaten. And
I must try and see if I can get us into the Titchfield tithe barn,
yeah.
because it's got links to Shakespeare.
Oh, has it?
Yes, apparently, And also it's been turned into, well, it's an event barn.
Mind the stinging nettles.
Yeah, I've already stung myself on those.
Oh.
And they've actually got a stage set up in there.
Oh, have they?
Hmm.
Oh, how
They
brilliant!
use it for
Oh, you must do
Shakespeare
that.
and all sorts.
Can you smell the cows?
I can also
Probably from this barn here, I imagine.
Essentially, I can smell mulch for sure.
Oh, mulch. That's a nice barn. And then there's a nice yew tree and a second yew tree on the right. And a secret. Oh, all those tiles, they would go up there, look.
Yeah.
Up on the barn above us. You can tell I'm making real big efforts to get all the camera work really precise in today's episode.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
I'm going to creep up on this bit here now, through the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, sorry we can't take you in. I think they call this, I can't remember now, galleting?
Yeah, no, it's not napping.
The stonework is
The
napped, so it's not brilliantly napped, where they flatten it, but then this is called something like gilleting or gilleting or
Yeah, gilleting maybe.
something like
We
that.
found that out in Arundel, didn't we?
Yeah.
With, that lovely gentleman who showed us around some of the lovely treasures of Arundel.
Yes.
Can't remember his name.
No, but he did have one.
He did have a name.
Yes.
And he was very knowledgeable.
Yes,
And he
was
taught
a
us some
nice
lovely
chap.
things about the flints. Oh yes, the point of it was that it protected the mortar between.
Yes, that's right. It protected the mortar. Anyway, we're going to head back to the. We're going to head back now to the van, and we're going to actually drive off because we've been here. We've outstayed our welcome, and the villagers are coming out with their pitchforks, saying, "Get off my land, and if you don't move your van, we'll set fire to it."
We can't have that, can we?
They've already set fire to Tim's, poor bugger, which is a shame. Actually, I did give them a can of petrol to put round it and a lighted match, but don't tell Tim that. He thinks it's the villagers. And oh crikey, there's somebody coming over. Recognise.
What have you been doing in my van?
Recognise that ugly face. Who is it?
What have you been doing in my van?
That's not a nice way to talk about your lady.
No, sorry. Oh, it's Appendix Man.
Da, da, da.
And his no job is too difficult
For Appendix Man.
Yes. It's all good fun, isn't it?
You said that to my van?
Yeah, I said if we don't go quickly, they're a bit slow around here, so they may not have set fire to it. They've got the hay bales out.
Oh, the pitchforks.
And the pitchforks. So we'd better go and find somewhere to park up and
have some lunch.
And have some lunch.
Okay, let's make like the birds and
fly? No.
flock.
Flock off.
That's fascinating.
Well, that's lunch.
you took the words out of my mouth. I was just going to say, there's our lunch. These are incredibly large mushrooms.
There's some more down there as well. I don't
Or are they
think they're the same.
toadstools? Fungus.
They're not fungi.
Weird.
But these, look, the fact that they're still there. Lovely.
That's quite substantial as well.
Houses for pixies, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, fairy homes.
Umbrellas for pixies, amazing.
Prime property.
That isn't actually our lunch, just so you know.
No.
Oh, and let's do this sign thing whilst we're here. Have a look at this. So what does that actually mean? Monday to Friday, from 9 till 4, between the 1st of September and May, which is winter, you can only park for 2 hours and no return with an hour. So in the summer, presumably you can park here all day long, go wandering around wherever you like, which is seems
And at the weekend.
and at the weekend seems the reverse of what you would want, because in the winter fewer people would be coming, so why not let them stay for a few hours if anybody actually wanted to stay that long.
Ladybird.
Oh, nice. And then in the summer you want to restrict people because more people would want to come. So
You'd think.
You'd think, so I don't really understand that. What does it mean? I would say answers in the comments. Comments aren't on.
You're hilarious.
Yeah. Right, lunch. Well,
Too hot.
too hot?
Yep. I forgot to put any cold water in that.
Hot tea.
Burnt my tongue.
She's burnt her tongue.
No, silly.
That was silly.
What were you going to say?
What were you going to say? So I'm just repeating everything you say. There was this pause there whilst I was waiting for you to say something so I could repeat it.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, we are complete. Not replete. Yes, yes.
We are completely replete.
Yes, we are replete. We have gobbled up some dinner. We just brought a stick. I mean a French stick. And we shoved some, what did we have?
Ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese. And that makes you sneeze. And the wonderful Tim, who's sitting over at his table, by the way, here's our table, just so you can see it. Julia is like, it's like Monty Python in a way, just this table in the middle of a field. But over here,
Need the tea set.
oh yes, that would have been
I
good.
did think about bringing them.
What did you have for lunch?
We had some soup. Soup and French bread.
What
and
kind of soup did you have?
it was
Mulligatawny?
lentil and bacon.
Oh, lentil and bacon, homemade, of course.
Of course,
Yeah.
Rachelle slaved this
Slaved
morning
for
before
ages.
we came out.
The mysterious figure of Rachelle, and nobody knows who she is, but we get inquiries about her. I'm not filming it.
Yeah, protection zone. Just.
But this is absolutely idyllic, isn't it? Here we are
It's lovely.
in a wonderful middle of nowhere place, full of fig rolls
Full of lovely
And tea.
people.
and cheese and tea.
Speaking of lovely people, we just met a lovely couple, didn't we?
Oh yes,
and Chris Newton.
Anne and Chris Newton. I nearly said Helen and Bob, or it could have been
Old City.
Old City.
Newtown, Old City, Newton.
Oh yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind. Lost on me. I have a humour bypass.
Saying nothing.
I haven't had my appendix out, which is a shame. Wish I had now, because
You can make it happen.
Tim has been looked after. Actually, the worst part of his appendix business, just so we mention this, is he has to. Rachelle, who is sitting here with a massive syringe, has to jab him every night, twice or 3 times a night, so that he gets the insulin into him.
It's not insulin.
Or what is it? What is it?
Anticoagulant.
Oh, it's easy for you to say. Anticoagulant.
For those who
And-
can't say it,
yes.
blood thinners.
Blood
Blood
thinners.
thinners.
Yeah.
What's it like having your belly pierced by a giant prick?
Well,
You were so full of lovely, wonderful, tasteful words, aren't
Yes,
you, Richard?
I am.
yes.
But what is
Rachelle
it?
has been an absolute star. Absolute star. Every single night she's there, syringe in hand,
Yes,
stabbing my stomach.
stabbing you to death.
But
Going, one day it'll be the kitchen knife.
you've only got, what, 5 days? of
I've
it?
got 2 more days left.
2
And
more
how many
days.
days in total has that been?
7.
Try 6 weeks of it.
6 weeks.
In fact, I had 9 weeks of it after my second child.
That's not good.
Yeah, major surgeries, you have to go through.
But you've got to be stabbed in the same place, haven't you?
Well, no, it's just got to be in your stomach, hasn't it?
In your stomach, yeah.
your
But that's
stomach,
the
yeah.
same place. I mean, you can't be stabbed in the back of the head or,
No, no.
No.
you know, in the elbow.
I had to have it in my thighs or butt.
Oh, nice. In your butt. What's a butt?
A bottom.
Oh, bottom. Yeah, we are in
Posterior.
England here,
Yeah.
you know.
And
What?
Rachelle is on hand again with drugs for me.
Oh, she's got the drugs.
She's got
Oh,
the
my.
antibiotics.
Yes, I noticed she was talking to that shady bloke down there and passing over some money. So,
Yeah. What's in there today, darling?
antibiotics. Anyway, whilst you have your Coca-Cola, we'll let you relax. Obviously, it's not Coca-Cola. It is antibiotics.
I did think about bringing out the lovely tea set, the 90-year-old tea set today.
Oh yes,
I did
she's a
think
lovely
better of
girl.
But we actually need to spend time sitting down,
Yes.
washing them up,
Yes.
and
Testing them out.
packaging them nicely, because you've got a nice wicker
Basket.
basket that you had on the back of the Tim Bath go-kart with
Yes.
the ferret in it.
Yes. Do you think they'll all fit in there? Certainly.
Oh, they will.
Certainly enough for 2.
But we need some, I don't know, old newspapers and stuff to help pack them
That's true.
and
we
protect them.
a vintage tablecloth and some doilies.
No, you've got
I've got some gingham.
yeah, you've got some gingham tablecloth. Tablecloth.
Yes.
From the
From the gingham shop. Gingham and buy one.
we used for the one of the scenes, one of the whimsy scenes.
We are doing more
White
whimsies
water
in the future,
lamps.
so be warned. Whimsies are coming back.
Sorry about it.
Yes, sorry.
sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Anyway, I think this is the end of the video. Bye. No, wait, before we go.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
It's not burn mouth.
Big thanks to Tim and Rachelle for suggesting we come out today. Tim is doing that. I can't turn the camera around. Rachelle will stab me.
I'll come.
And it won't be with the syringe. It'll be with a rolling pin.
It's all right, sweetie. I'll protect you.
Oh, you'll do it. I thought you were going to say, sorry, sweetie, I'll do it later. So anyway, thank you for watching from Falmer in East Sussex, near Brighton, on a beautiful, the last sunny day in October. Potentially, or might not be.
Yeah, maybe.
Cheers to Tim,
Bye for
to
now.
Rachelle, to Anne and Chris, who passed by.
Thank you for saying hello to us.
Yeah, thank you for saying hello. So we always love to see our respectful viewers. And take care.